So good the class. Uh, we're here now to discuss the following discussion or topic that under of integers. So in mathematics, integers are the collections of whole numbers and negative numbers. So similar to whole numbers, integers also does not include the fractional part. Thus we can say integers a number that can be positive, negative, or zero, but cannot be a fractions. So we can perform all the arithmetic operations like additions, subtractions, multiplications, and divisions on integers. And now for the next slide or the main topic of under of integers is additions. So because we're done tackling about the subtraction, multiplication, and divisions. So this is the last topic that under of integers that is called additions or adding of integers. So for examples of integers are 1, 2, negative 9, negative 12, and etc. The symbol of integers is capital Z. So now let us discuss the definitions of integers, symbol, types, operations on integers, rules and properties associated to integers. So how to represent integers on a number line with many solves examples in details. So the word integers originated from the Latin word integer, which means whole or intact. So integers is a special set of numbers comprising zero, positive numbers, and negative numbers. So integers is a now let us focusing on the adding of integers. So adding of integers is the process of finding the sum of two or more integers. It may result in an increase or decrease in value depending on whether the integers are positive or negative or a mixture. So the addition of integers is an arithmetic operation performed on integers with the same sign or with different signs to be find the sum. So let us learn more about adding integers in this article. So rules for additions of integers. So there are certain rules to be followed to add two or more integers. So integers are complete numbers that do not have fractional parts. It includes positive, zero, and negative integers. So how to add integers? Uh, the rules for adding integers are given below class. So positive of an integer and its additive inverse is 0. For example, 4 plus negative 4 is equal to 0. Then, next, rules for adding of integer, which is adding two positive integers always results in a positive value. For example, 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. 50 plus 50 is equal to 100. 20 plus 20 is equal 40. Next, adding two negative integers always results in a negative number. For example, negative 6 plus negative 6 is equal how? Is equal what? Negative 12. So next, negative 3 plus negative 3. What could be the answer? Right, negative 6. Adding integers with 0 results in the same number. For example, 6 plus 0. What is the answer? Oh, 6. So, and negative 8 plus 0. So, what could be the answer, class? So, negative 8 plus 0. So is equal -8. So next rules for adding of integer is adding a positive numbers with an negative number is done by finding the difference between the absolute value of both numbers. Then, the sign with the greater number gets attached to the sum. For example, positive 7 plus I or minus negative 3 is equal positive 4. Positive 7 minus 4 is equal 3. Very good. So for additions of integers can be understood of the table given below. So for your more understanding, and this is the table representing the easiest way to discuss the rules for adding of integers. So for example, there are 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first column representing the integer sign. So class, you can familiarize and uh, if mahimo, you can memorize on this to understand uh, deep deeper. So now, integers sign. Then next is answer sign operations example. So in integer sign, the first is positive plus positive. So ang for example, kumbaga or for more understanding or in the easiest way is ang positive kuno dungagan o positive. So the answer, what is the sign of that? So ang positive din gidungagan na pud og positive siya. So ang answer ana is um positive. So the operations of that is kay addition man, positive, both positive. So addition iya operation. So next is example niya. So the best example of that I can choose is 4 plus 6 is equal 10 or 5 plus 5 is equal 10. So nod integer sign is positive plus negative. So positive plus negative. So combined na gid siya combined. Ang positive ginuwagan og negative. So what could be the answer sign? So the answer sign is positive, kumbaga which is ang higher value, which is positive, then it can add plus. The negative could be the lower. So operations of that is subtract. So for example, 16 plus negative 7, what could be the answer? So, 9. So, positive plus negative. Next na po. Positive plus negative. So, the answer sign na po anak niya is negative. So, what is could be the operations? The operations of that is subtract. So, 5 plus negative 11 is equal negative 6. Why? Because because of the uh, sign of the positive is lower than the negative, so the answer of that is negative, right? So next integer sign is negative plus negative. So what is the answer of answer sign? So could be negative. So operations of that, because negative plus negative, the operations of that is addition or positive. Addition gina siya. Kung negative, for example, negative 3 plus negative 3. So, for understanding ana is negative gani both operations. So, we can negative both sign. So, the answer of that is add or positive. The operations of that is addition. So, for example, negative 3 plus negative 4. So, what could be the answer? So, it can be negative 7. Next, so in additions of integers with the same sign, we can add two integers with the same sign. We add their absolute values and attach the common sign with the sum. For example, 2 plus 3 is equal 5. Next, negative 2 plus negative 3 or is equal, ano siya no, itong sa table below gaina. So, is equal kay negative both sign nila is negative, so we can perform on this. So, negative, then ana siya, 2 plus 3 is equal negative 5. So, the absolute value of a number is the value or the positive value of the given number. For instance, the absolute value of 6 is 6. The absolute value of negative 6 is 6, and so on. Some examples of adding integers with the same sign are given below. So, negative 1 plus negative 9. So, perform na pod. So, we can perform on that is equal both sign, tapos open, plus the number first, which is 1, plus 9 is equal negative 10. What could be negative 10? Because 1 plus 9 is equal 10. So, the signs of that is negative and the operation is positive. Right. So, 3 plus 8. So, both of that is positive integers that we've discussed below. Previously. So, 3 plus 8 is equal 11. Then, negative 2 plus negative 7. So, we can perform that because this both sign is negative. Then, the operations of that is addition. So, perform negative, then close open parenthesis, the number 2 plus 17 is equal negative 19. Very good. So, adding integers with different signs is done by subtracting the value and then attaching the sign or the numbers with the greater absolute value. For example, if you want to add negative 2 and positive 3 first, we find the absolute values of both. So, the absolute value of negative 2 is 2. So, absolute value gani sa number nga negative 2 which is positive 2. And of 3 is 3. So, now find the difference between these absolute values, which is 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Since 3 is greater than 2 and 3 has a positive sign, the sign of the resultant number will be positive. Therefore, negative 2 plus 3 is equal to 1 the Japon. Next, add the following integers by using the rules of integers in addition. So, 4 plus negative 6 plus 13. So, you can add than before. So, solution. There are three integers given. So, first, let us add both the positive integers 4 and 13, which give us 17. So, now we are left with the following expressions. 17 plus negative 6. Here we have to apply the rule of additions of a negative and positive integers. We get 17 plus negative 6 is equal 11. Therefore, 11 is the result of the given integers. Next, Add the following integers, -2 and -9. So, solution. While adding integers with the same sign, we add their absolute values and attach the common signs of the addends with the answer. So, perform the activity. So, -2 plus -9 is equal to perform the first, we can copy the sign, negative. Then, we can put numbers in parentheses. 2 plus 9 is equal negative. So, copy the sign. Then, the result of the sum of the 2 plus 9 is 11. Next, therefore, the sum of -2 and 9 is 11. As that could be all, guys. So for your assignment, uh, you can create a short video or blog about adding integers on a number line and its principle, because that activities we can discuss next meeting. Thank you.